There's no harm in copying somebody's content. Nah, there is no harm. As long as it's not my product you are marketing, as long as it's not my customers that you have, me, I don't have any issues with you. Send down. And another thing I want to say, who says that you have to brand your tubes in the beginning of your lip care business? No, it's not a compulsory thing. If you're on a low budget, you don't really have to brand your tubes at the beginning. There's always room for growth.
They tell me that I'm never gonna make it. They
Hi
run me.
guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So my name is Ivy, and in this video I'm going to be giving tips on how to start your lip care business in 2024 for those of us in Nigeria, and also people outside can actually use some of these tips. It doesn't really imply to those in Nigeria, but just that some factors implies to some of us here in Nigeria. So I'll be looking at my book from time to time just so I don't forget some of the things I want to say. So I decided to jot them down. So don't mind me looking down at my book. So if this is kind of content that you really want, if this is something you've been looking forward to, please hit the subscribe button, like, and leave a comment. So now let's hit right into the video. So before you start your lip care business, there are some things you have to put in place. And this is what we are going to be talking about here. So before you start your lip care business, first of all, you have to make research on how the business is. You need to know what kind of business you are going into. This doesn't even imply to only lip care business. It also implies to other business. Before you go further, you have to make inquiries on how the business is, how lucrative this business is, how much money can this business give to me, and other people's testimony and growth that have been in this business for a very long time. So, like I said, in the process of searching for vendors, for researching about the business, in that process you are looking for vendors that sells lip care products, see how they package, see how they create content and all, just so you can get idea on what you need to do about this business. I don't know if you understand. So like I said earlier on, after you survey about you or you research about vendors and all, the next thing you have to do is, since you already have an idea on how this business is, the next thing you have to do is to create a brand name. Sit down actually and think of brand name you will want to give to your business. What name do you want to give to your business? What name do you want to be known for? People search for your business name, they get you a catchy name, please, not just any kind of name that comes to your mind. So after getting your brand name, the next thing you have to do is to register your business name. So once you register your business name, you know that this name is for you. Is for you, is for you. But the mistake people make is, after getting a business name, they don't register their business name. And when they've gone far, some of them have even grown to an extent that their business is known well. And at the end, when they are now ready to register their business name, they will now tell them that your business name has been collected or it has been used. Then you start thinking of what business name you have to create again. So to avoid all that, please try to register your business name first before. So if you don't want to, if you think you can go ahead without registering your business name, then there's no wahala. You can do that. But I'm just giving my own advice. So I'm not saying it's a compulsory thing that you have to register your business name before you start. I know it's money, but I'm just saying it's the right thing to do before you start your business at all. So after you've done that, the next thing you have to do is to create a social media account. Please, I want to check this video if it's recording, because the last time I did the record, it was not. So let me check. Okay, it's recording. So the next thing you have to do is to create a social media account. Yes, you can, if any platform you want to use. You can decide to use Instagram, TikTok, anyone, or you can decide to use both actually. So you create a business account. Um in that business account, since you already know your business name you're using, you put your details and everything, your location, just normal setup of Instagram account or TikTok account. Then after that, you create a design of your brand name and everything, and you write coming soon, and you post it on that page. So the moment you post that stuff on the page, you send your link, your platform link, to different your family members or your friends, so they can follow you on that platform, so they can follow you on that account. You understand? So even before you start your lip care business, before you start use you before you introduce your product to the market, you already have followers that are interested in what is about to come. So that was a mistake I made. I did not actually create, I wasn't even into online business the first time I started when I was in school. So I wasn't really into online business. I was just doing my offline business, and it was when I went for my national service, when I went for my youth service, that was when I realized that I really need to build my online base, my online family. And I started, it was a struggle, but I started doing it and everything. I've not gotten to where I want to be now, but at least I can say I've grown in the years I've started my lip care business, or the years I went into online business. So that was one thing. So it reminds me, I'm always checking the mic because I don't want what happened the last time to happen. So I'll keep on checking my video to make sure that it's recording, since I'm using my back camera. So I can't really tell if it's recording or not. So I'll keep on standing up to check, if you don't mind. So that is it. So you have your social media accounts, and some persons will go ahead to create a website. So I feel the website is actually optional, but I think the reason why website is kind of needed is that it makes you not to have this direct relationship with customers. If you want to do that, then there's no problem. Me, I just started doing my website stuff. I started I think late, yeah, December last year, 2023. That's when I started using websites, and it was really actually very cool. It makes it so easy. I don't have any conversation with anybody, and nobody will have to price my products down. They just have to pay the money they see on the website, and I deliver their products, and that is it. Business done. So if that's what you want, you go ahead to create your website and just leave it there. Then after you've done all that, what you have to do now is, or you can keep that website aside first, just have it in your back of your mind that you have to create your website. So there are two different categories for in lip care business. There are the people that they are not ready to do production by themselves. They just want to purchase the goods, brand with their own brand name, then market. So now wholesale deal, if you are getting in wholesale, since you've made your doing your background things, like if since you're an wholesaler, I mean, since you are getting from wholesale deal, what you have to do now is you have to purchase your products. If you are branding, you brand, the person will brand for you and send down. And another thing I want to say, who says that you have to brand your tubes in the beginning of your lip care business? No, it's not a compulsory thing. If you're on a low budget, you don't really have to brand your tubes at the beginning. There's always room for growth. Yes, I say that. There's always room for growth, and there's always room for improvement. So the higher you go, the higher your packaging goes with you. So you don't have to start branding from the beginning if you don't have the capital. But if you have the capital, enough capital to start up your business, why not? Go with the packaging, go with everything you can go with, and that would be cool. Then another thing is, I'm coming. Let me check. Okay, it's still recording. Another thing is, um, so many some vendors that sells in wholesale. Sorry. So, like I said, some of the vendors have their MOQ, like they have their maximum order. So, that's maximum order quantity. So, in that process, you ask the vendor what is their MOQ for wholesale deal. And some of them will tell you their MOQ, like some, like for me, my MOQ is 12 pieces of any product that you're getting, be it lip gloss, lip scrub, pink lip cream, or lip moisturizer. It's all 12 pieces. That is my MOQ. But for this 2024, I want to reduce my MOQ to 6 pieces. That's because I'm trying to encourage people that want to come into this business. And that's why I'm also doing this video. So Once you ask them their MOQ, and they will tell you that this their MOQ, you can't brand it so because it's too low. Because most times when you want to brand tubes, they'll tell you that from for branding is from 50 pieces and above. So now you don't have that money for 50 pieces of products. So just imagine you want to sell lip gloss, lip scrub, pink lip cream, and lip moisturizer. You're buying 50 pieces for all these products. You understand? 50, 50, 50, 50, 50 each. You might not really have that capital for this business like that. So what you have to do is to start with the MOQ. That was why I said you can start your lip care business without branding the tubes. Yes, you can do that. So after you've done that, you've purchased your goods already. Then the next thing for you to do now is to launch. And once you're launching, do I think I'm getting hot at this point. If I should put on this fan now, it's really going to disturb. Yeah. So like I was saying, the next thing you do is to launch your product. Yeah, but some persons might not want to launch because they've not brand their tubes or anything. You can launch like that, and you can do a proper launch when you've brand your business very well. Then there's no wahala like that. There's no problem, I mean to say. Then also, once you've gotten your product, push it out into the market, start creating content. See, bombard, I believe this to say that thing. Put your page in people's timeline, faces. You should be posting every day, like every time, just to have that audience. Be doing content. There are different type of content for lip care business. A lot. That's why I say you make your research. There's no harm in copying somebody's content. Nah, there is no harm. I don't see anything bad about it. But some people, as long as it's not my product you are marketing, as long as it's not my customers that you have, me, I don't have any issues with you. So that is another thing. That is all for wholesale deal. Then after your first sales, you cannot decide to brand from the next order, from the other order, just like that, like that, like that, like that. I don't know if people get me. I want to check my camera again. Okay, it's still it's still recording. So that is all for wholesale. Then the next category for vendors for lip care business is those that want to produce. They want to produce the product by themselves. They don't want to purchase from anybody. They want to be the manufacturer of all products that they sell. So before, if you are that kind of person, please sit down and watch this video to the end, as this will be very helpful to you, sorry. So the thing is, I think this is getting low. Wait, when it was blinking red, it was not recording. No, let me check now. Please, let me check. Like I was saying, actually, the mic went off. So this is the second one. I got a two-in-one mic, so it's good. If one goes down, I didn't charge before today. That was why. So like I said, the second people is if you want to produce your product by yourself, you want to be the manufacturer of your product, then there's no problem. All you have to do is to search for vendors that do training. Yes, people, there are vendors that do train. There are some vendors that they produce the product themselves, but they don't train. Like me now, I did training last year, but I don't know about this year. I'm still thinking about it, but I think I will still want to do training this year. But till I resume, like for now, I've not resumed. I'm still in Delta State, and my business is in Abuja. So I came home. I came to Delta State to see my parents for the Christmas and New Year and all. So I'll be going back pretty soon. So I've not started my business. For I've been getting a lot of messages, wholesale orders, and the rest, and I've not started my business for the year. So I'm so sorry, guys. So, like I was saying, the second category, make sure you learn how to produce your product first before you go into the market. Don't just use your own mentality and say it's not like this. I will just miss and miss and miss. No. Then after learning from the vendor that you want to learn from, then at the beginning I said you make a research of different vendors. So during that your research, you already know the vendors that you want to train from. You understand? So after you register for the training, the next thing is to listen to the training. Is to listen to the training. Then once you are done with the training, At least during that training, you already know all the equipment and all the materials you need in producing some certain lip care products. So if you are starting with lip gloss, fine, you do lip gloss training. If you are starting with pink lip cream, fine. So anything you're doing, if it's everything you want to start with, there's no problem. You do your lip care training for all the products that you want to start with. Then once you're done with that training, I'm so hot. Maybe I'll take a break so that I can cool down a little bit and I'll come back. But let's just continue. So once that is what you want to do, then once you are done with the training, the next thing for you to do, there are some vendors that sell starter kits, most especially for lip gloss. So you can get starter kits. When I mean get starter kits, you are trying to practicalize what you have learned. You want to put it into practical now, what you have actually learned. So once you do your production, always do a test run before you take out your products to the public. Before you put it out into the market, do a test run. Like me, if I want to produce a new shade of lip gloss and I know that this shade is not really that common, so I want to do a test run on my lips. I'll give to some of my friends, some family members, just so they could give me a review. And there are some I send to some particular customers I know that have been patronizing me. I will just send to them so that I'll just send to them so that they will give me their honest review on how they see this product and all that. So that is basically it for you once you're done. So once you produce those products, you check it out first before you push it out into the market. Don't just carry products and give to people that you are selling and they will not start giving you bad review. You don't want that. So you want the bad review before you start your business. Even somebody tell you that it's not that good, it's too thick, it's too this. Now you know how to correct it when you want to do your next production. Then once you're doing that, also if you want to start your lip care business, you don't still also need to brand. I said it earlier on before. You don't need to brand. You can start even if you're the one producing it by yourself, you can start small first. Then once you're being known, you can brand. Branding is not that expensive though. Don't get me wrong. But if you want to brand, they like to brand from like 50 pieces and above. Some pieces will tell you 100 pieces upwards. So now you might not have that money to get 100 pieces of different products or to produce 100 pieces yet or 50 pieces yet. Do you get? So what you have to do, the reason why the branding is kind of expensive is because of the MOQ, the minimum order quantity. Yes, I was saying maximum at first. Anyway, it's minimum, please. I'll correct it in the video once I'm recording, once I'm editing and all. So it's minimum order. That's what I wanted to say at the beginning. Minimum order quantity. Then also, once you are done producing your product, you launch it like the same criteria as from the beginning. I said that you have to get a brand name and everything. All implies to both people that are purchasing in wholesale and the manufacturers. It implies to everybody. So that is basically it. Let me see if I wrote down some other things. Nothing actually. So now I want to do pricing for how to go about or how to price your products, how to put prices on your products. Maybe I should do a separate video for it, or this video will be okay. I don't know if you want me to do. I think I will do a separate video for it, or I can do this video together with it, then maybe split it into two, one of those two. So now how to price your products. Let me say your budget is 50,000 naira. I'm supposed to write this thing down. Let's just do this in the other video. So on my next video, I'm going to be talking about how to price your products. Yes, that's how to fix prices on your product, even if you're getting in wholesale or even if you are the manufacturer. How to price your product, it matters a lot, so you can see your profits and also separate your capital from your profit, something like that. So that is basically what you need to know before you go ahead to start your lip care business. I think I've covered almost everything that I want to cover and stuff like that. So if you want to see some other things on my channel, I don't know why I keep saying page. I'm used to creating content on Instagram. Like, I just started my YouTube, so I'm used to saying page, but it's channel. So if there's something you really need to see on my channel, please do well to subscribe, do well to hit the notification bell so you get to be notified whenever I post a new video. And also leave a comment on what you will really like to know about my lip care business or about lip care business in general. And also don't forget, I sell wholesale. So if you are the person that you don't want to purchase, you don't want to manufacture your product yourself, you can come to me. I sell in wholesale. Then I also do training. Yeah, so you can reach out to me on my Instagram handle. I'm going to drop the my handle on the page, so you can reach out to me on my Instagram handle and on my business handle. Anyone you really want to reach out with me. Then you can also follow me on TikTok. Yes, I do some interesting videos. I don't know if it's interesting. Yeah, I do some videos actually there, make sure my content of my product and all that. So I'm going to it depends on your request. That will depend determines the video I'll be posting on my channel. Then but I'm going to do a pricing technique on my next video. So sit tight and wait and watch it. Thank you guys so much for watching. And please don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like, and don't forget to comment. Bye.